Yeah, shall we start now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yesterday, what we have done, we have gone through the traditional design process of a product, correct? So it was like that. It was a recognition of a need. Then that means why we are doing designing a product. Then it's a definition of a problem. That means exactly what you want, what type of what you are expecting from the product. That is nothing but the definition of problem. Then synthesis, that means you are indirectly or directly defining the shape and size of the product. Analysis and optimization, that means in that what we are doing is in analysis you are making sure that everything is fine, it is within the space, and whatever the product you have developed, that will work. If it is not up to the mark, again it be shown that it again it can be recycled, and recycle, I mean that iteration can be done on shape and size, and again it analysis can be done. Then it was a evolution stage. Evolution means again checking the things up to the standards. Uh, we have to check it, and then make sure that whatever the product you are developed is up to your expectations. And then the last part is the presentation, where you actually whatever the product you have done, it is given out for manufacturing. So maybe in the terms of, now initially it was in terms of your piece and paper, that means pencil and paper. That drawing would be drawn, and that drawing would be finalized, and that drawing would be presented to the machine shop for the manufacturing processes. So that was a total traditional design process of a product that was being used initially. So now the second part, what we actually we are talking about was regarding how design process of a product using CAD tools, how the design process was affected. Uh, it will say not affected, I will say, yeah, in the affected, or how the CAD was used for the increasing the efficiency or productivity of the design processes. So this was actually how the computers are being used, that CAD tools are actually, I will say, used for the modeling, then product design and development. That means stress analysis, all these things would be done. Here durability and simulation, the same thing. Here noise, voice and harshness simulation would be there, and this was a crash test. All these things are being done on the computers. Now next slide we'll see how these things are incorporated in your traditional design. So next slide, actually here it shows the your previous workflow problem, how this was being used, or I will say this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 were the steps, but you will find geometric modeling, engineering analysis, design review and evaluation, and automated drafting. All these four tools are being incorporated in synthesis, analysis, evaluation, and presentation, respectively, in the design process with the help of this CAD tools. Now we'll go one by one. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Uh, geometric modeling. Geometric modeling is the actually you will find that geometric modeling is being used in the synthesis. So what is geometric model? Hello. Hello.
So geometric model is a model which has a definite shape, size, proportion.
Yeah. that virtual model. Okay. Now this, so hello,
Yes, sir.
Aniket, please
Yes,
take
sir.
your mic off, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that was a geometric modeling. So initially the drawing is in synthesis. Initially the sketch was being drawn with the pen and pencil or paper and pencil, and so then model was drawn. Then 3D model was made of maybe the actual one or maybe of clay model. That means with the help of clay, but that is not required now. We are using the geometric modeling for the product. You can say product or object whatsoever. So geometric model was there. So the geometric modeling is a computer compatible mathematical description of the geometry of the object. So mathematical description. So when you actually draw the model or create a model in modeling software, actually it is saved in terms of mathematics. You might be not knowing, but same thing we are going to study in the next topics. Forthcoming units, we will see how this whatever the drawings we are drawing, let me the curves or maybe the surfaces, how these are saved in the CAD software in terms of, because these are represented or it is saved in terms of mathematics. So again you'll find everything is in mathematics. Suppose you draw a circle, though it looks like a circle, the circle has an equation, correct? What is the equation of a circle? Hello? Equation
Yes,
of
sir.
a circle.
X square plus y square equals to r
Okay.
square.
X square plus y square equals to r square. So x and y are coordinates, r is the radius. Okay. Now this is mathematical description of a circle. Now same formulas are being used in the computers to display your circle on a screen. Is it okay? So whatever we are storing in the computer or in the CAD software, it is in terms of mathematics. Okay. So just we should know this much only. So geometric modeling is being done, which is stored in the terms of mathematics, and it is used for the synthesis. It's very easy. So because we don't have to create actual model or something, it's a virtual model. We can do whatsoever we wish. Okay. Now second one is engineering analysis. Now it involves stress strain calculations. Yesterday only we have discussed what is stress strain. Analysis of mass properties, fluid dynamics computation, and use of dynamic behavior of system being designed. So what have to use anything. So just use your computers and we can use for that. Hello, that was regarding your engineering analysis. Okay. Now optimization tools, actually you will not understand what is optimization, but you will find that when there are many options available, which will be the best option for taking a decision, that are being taken with the help of optimization tools. So it is being used here for analysis. Now design review and evaluation. Now it involves dimensioning, tolerance routines, and assign size specification of surfaces. Now actually tolerance, do you know what is tolerance? Hello?
No, sir.
Tolerance. Okay, you don't know what is tolerance. Okay, I will tell you what is that term is.
It's a
Yes?
minus or plus one.
Yeah. Minus or plus something. Correct. So what is that? Minus or plus?
The specification.
Yeah, please tell. Let it be wrong. Whatsoever you wish to tell, please tell. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yes, somebody was telling. What is tolerance?
Sir, it's we are made a 14 job and then the plus one or minus one is the tolerance. We can make the plus 15, 14.1 mm or 13.9 mm. Then the tolerance
Okay.
is minus one or plus one.
Okay. Now, why tolerance was given? Okay, I hope that you understood. Yeah, I hope that I'm happy that you know the what is tolerance is. That means a permissible deviation in the geometry. Correct.
Yes, sir.
It is a permissible deviation. Now this is given by the designer. Why it is required? Because ideally what we draw on the paper or whatever you do actually on the model, it will be having exact dimensions. Okay, but it is not possible for anybody to manufacture the ideal geometry. Okay, are you getting me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
It is not
Yes, sir.
possible. It is not possible for anybody in the world to do the exact dimensioning. That means I mean to say it is very difficult to manufacture the product to the exact dimensions, and even it is very difficult also to measure it with the correct instruments. They may be having errors. That means it is very difficult to manufacture, and again it is difficult to measure also. For that purpose, dimensions are being given to the product, so that if that much variations would be there, then that will be tolerated or that will be accepted. So it is called as a tolerance. Is it okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will find on the screen there are two types
Yes,
of
sir.
tolerance has been written. One is dimensional tolerance and second one is, yes, second
Geometry
one is,
tolerance.
yes, geometrical
Geometry
tolerance.
tolerance.
Yes, geometrical tolerance. Now, what is the difference between the two? Dimensions means we are expecting that dimension, suppose a dimension of a cylinder. So, what is the dimension? How you write the dimension of cylinders? How will express the
15
dimension of
kg.
cylinder?
15 kg.
Yeah, 15
Kg.
kg. Cylinder means I am not talking about gas cylinder, yeah. I'm cylinder means geometrical object, cylinder. How you express it?
No,
Sir,
sir.
diameter, radius, and all
Yes,
No,
this.
sir.
we require radius or diameter, and then we require height. Correct?
Height.
Height and diameter.
Correct,
Yes,
na?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Height and diameter is required to specify the cylinder. Correct. Now, this is called now if height is
Yes.
allowed to change by 1 millimeter, plus or minus, that is dimensional tolerance. Okay. Now, even dimension, its diameter also. The diameter is suppose 20, and it is for 1 millimeter allowed. It is allowed for 1 millimeter. That means 19 or 21 is also allowed. Correct. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir.
Okay, fine. Now, this is called as dimensional tolerance. That means we will be giving a tolerance in terms of dimensions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, okay. Now, when I say cylinder, it is having a diameter and then it is having the height. Okay. Now, what you assume that it is a straight line, a straight cylinder. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Now
Yes, sir.
everything is fine. Okay, but if it is not a straight, now if it is a curved one, whether it will be of any use? Just like this, just I will try to draw like this. Just suppose it is like a S like structure, it is of no use, correct? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
so in front view of the tolerance we will get a rectangular type structure. If it is not a rectangle, if it is a bend structure, it will have no use, because if you want to wish that cylinder has to be inserted in a, just like a pin in a hole. If it is a straight, then it will be inserted. If it is a rounded one, or it is not a straight, then it will not be get inserted in a hole or something. Okay, that's why what we require, it should be in a proper geometry also. Okay, so that is called as geometrical tolerance. Okay, actually this geometrical tolerance, all these things will be taken care in your practical hours. One practical is that, do you know GD&T? Have seen your do you know your syllabus structure?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, you don't know.
No, sir.
Okay. uh, I think what I will do, I will try to share that information also on uh, your WhatsApp group. Okay, so you'll come to know what are the different subjects also. One practical is for SMD, and another practical is for GD&T. Okay, that is geometrical dimensioning and tolerancing. That would be there in the practicals. So actually this SMD will have two types of practicals. One will go SMD and second will be GD&T. So GD&T would have your term work, and SMD will having the practical examinations. Okay, but both these two will be actually associated with the same subject, SMD. Okay, so there actually we'll get this in details, what is geometrical tolerance and all these things, that will be discussing in that. Okay, now what is the next one? Evaluation. So this one more term is kinematics. What is kinematics? It provides the capability to animate the motion of design mechanisms such as hinge components and linkages. So whatever the linkages would be there, yeah, animation would be done, how it works, that can be seen in kinematics, and it is being used in the analysis. Okay. So not in analysis and evaluation, this would be used, and last part would be your presentation. So in presentation, automated drafting involves the creation of hard copy of engineering drawings directly by the CAD database. Now actually two types of things are there. One is industry, I would say. Some industry uses directly the whatever the CAD model you have used. Okay, same CAD model will be used for the manufacturing processes. Okay, and some industry now still they are using your paper and drawing papers drawn by the pencils. So we have to do the drafting. Drafting means you have to print on the paper. So automated drafting. So you don't have to draw the front view, top view, side view of the object. Once the model is created in your CAD software, directly we can get the front view, top view, side view, sectional views, whatsoever views you want, isometric views, all the types of views can be automatically printed on the sheet of paper using automated drafting. Okay, and then scaling, whatsoever you want, perspective views, enlarged views, automatic dimensioning, everything is done by the automatic drafting, and that is nothing but your presentation. But this is not only the end here. Actually, whatever the model you are being used, whatever the model is being created, you don't have to present it. Actually, that same model can be transferred to the machining environment, and same model, what actually is called as MBD. Okay, so MBD would be used. A model will be used as MBD, and it will be used directly for the manufacturing process. So no need to do the automatic drafting also, or no need to draw the your drawings on paper. So no need to pen and pencil, no need to automatic drafting also. Nowadays, you'll find directly whatever the model you have created, that is being used directly for the machining purposes. I hope you have understood, or you are there with this. So if you have any problem, please let me know. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Do you have any problem? If it is any problems are there, please let me know. Anything you are not understood in this? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shall we
Yes,
move?
sir.
Shall we move to the next slide, or if anything, if you feel that this is again to be discussed, I will discuss. Otherwise, we'll move to the next topic.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, just I was talking about the MBD, correct? So, what is
Yes, sir.
MBD? Model based definition. Okay. So, it is the process of having the one reference source, that is 3D CAD model with semantic PMI, product and manufacturing information. Okay. So, that is what actually I was talking with you people, that now we don't have to write anything. Everything, whatever if you now see that this sketch is there. Can you see that sketch? We can call it as a bracket. A bracket is there, correct? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The bracket is there. So what we find that something is written on it. So we'll see what is that. Okay. So 3D model with PMI would include any of the following data: DD&T, geometric dimensioning and tolerance. You'll find the dimensions are being shown here. Can you see the dimensions? See, these are the dimensions here. These are also dimensions. Okay, this is also a dimension. This is also a dimension. Okay. Now, second one is geometric dimension. Can you see that this is a surface is shown A. Okay. Now this indicates this is a surface A. Some triangle-like structure is shown. It is indicating how much its surface finish is. Then you find that this is another surface. Now I don't know whether this is okay. Just I will try to maximize it. So this is another surface. Okay, so this is another surface here. This is C surface. Now this surface is perpendicular to the A. So all these dimensions are being shown here. Okay, so all the data, whatever you have designed for what purpose, can be shown here. So we can have the bill of materials. That means how many holes are there, what nuts will be required, surface finish. This is surface finish symbol. Weld symbols. Now, if it is welding, now for this bracket there is no welding. If welding would be there, which type of welding to be taken care from where to where the welding should be done, that can be also referred here in your MBD, that is model based definition. Then manufacturing or measurement process plan data. How manufacturing should be done, which machines should be used, all these things will be reflected in this model itself. So measurement process plan data. So how to measure this particular model. So that means which part, which phase should be measured first, with respect to that, which phase should be measured. All these things, that all that information would be incorporated in the model itself. Then metadata and notes. Now metadata, what is metadata? It is intended to help finding and working with easier data. Some examples of basic metadata are author, date created, date modified, file size. So all that things actually would be shown here. Who has created this? What is the purpose of this? What is all this data which is required will be created or will be shown here. Then history of engine change orders. History of engine change orders means when model will be created in your software, then it will show which part was done first, whether this surface was done or this hole was created, then this second hole was created, then this was created, then this curve was created, all this curve was created. All these things would be, that history would be stored in the model. When you are using the it will be model, it will be stored in this model itself. Then legal proprietary export control notices, if any associated with this, will be actually incorporated in this only. And any digital data, any other information, all this can be stored in the this particular model itself. So this is, so you can, if you wish, you can find the same thing over this cappedia.com blog, MBD model based definition in the 21st century. So you'll find the if you wish to have more information, you can visit this website and learn the new things which is there in the model based definition. So another example which is shown here. Now this is actually SolidWorks. So you'll find how the another model is being created, and all the information regarding that model has been stored in this particular software. Sorry, in this model, you'll find all the information is given here, which is the tolerance to be feature, which is the feature, where it will be used. Everything will be its information would be there. Its dimensions, then its geometrical tolerances, your dimensional tolerances, all these things will be specified here. So all that information which we have discussed in the last PPT or slide would be reflected here. So SolidWorks MBT. So this is just a screenshot of from SolidWorks. So you'll find all this information is incorporated almost in all the software which is being used for the modeling purposes. So you should just know what is that MBD is and what it includes. So that is what I am expecting from this. Is it okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So any doubt that you have not understood the things? Any part that you have not understood or need any more explanation on that particular point? If it is there, please let me know. No, okay.
No, sir.
But I will, okay, that's good. But I will suggest that you please visit this website. Okay, cappedia.com blog, MBD model based definition. You will understand all these things very easily. You will get more CAD models and more information if you require. Okay. Now we'll move to the next part of it. Next topic, that is a scope of CAD. What is the scope of CAD? Indirectly, what is benefits of CAD? Okay. Now, if you are using a CAD or a CAD model, I will say, what is the benefit of it. So we'll be saying, well, what is the purpose of this particular subject, why we are doing. So first will be productivity improvement in design. How it depends? Now it depends on the complexity of drawing. Now if product is too complex to draw, then it is very, if you are drawn on a piece of paper, then it is very difficult for a person to imagine what would be 3D, how it would look like. So it is very easy if you have a 3D model with you. So we can view the smallest part of it. If it is difficult to understand, also we can visualize very easily with the help of model. Then degree of repetitiveness of features in the design part. Now degree of repetitiveness of features means, look, suppose you want to draw a holes, okay. Suppose 8 holes you have to draw on a plate. So in drawing, what we will do? Hello.
Height and radius are there.
Yeah, consider a flange. Suppose flange means you can find it is a circular in shape. It will have almost 6 to 8 holes in which nut and bolts are being fixed. Okay. Now, if you want to draw it on a piece of paper, so we have to draw all 8 holes. But that is not required here. So if one hole is created, we can automatically fix the 8 holes very easily. So that is called as the degree of repetitiveness. So suppose same flange is used 4 or 5 times in a model. So you don't have to model it. Once that flange is created, you can just copy and paste it. Otherwise, that is not possible. Copy and paste we cannot do in the drawing. Drawing means when we are drawing with the piece and with the pencil and paper, each time you have to draw the part number of times it occurs in that particular drawing. But that is not the case here. Once it is drawn, you can copy and paste. So that if degree of repetitiveness is there, then we can require very less time, because you don't have to repeat the things. Just copy and paste it. That will be that work would be done with less period of time. So productivity will increase. Then the degree of symmetry of parts. Degree of symmetry of parts means, symmetry means, hello.
Same parts.
Symmetry means not same parts. Symmetry means replica. Correct. Symmetry means replica. Replica, we will find almost all the natural things are in symmetrical in nature. Suppose you take a butterfly. The butterfly, it has 2 wings. Correct. Either of the wing is actually a mirror image of other. Correct. So you don't have to draw the 2 wings to draw a butterfly. What will draw? Only one wing will draw. You will mirror it, and then second wing will be drawn automatically. So you don't have to actually draw the second part. That is symmetry. So when the symmetrical part is there, you will draw only a half part of it, and will make automatically the second part. So the time required for drawing or modeling will be get reduced very easily. Okay, so that is nothing but degree of symmetry in the parts. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
next one is extensive use of library of user-defined shapes and commonly used entities. That means a library. So what is a library here? So we'll find that library, actually this is library is actually what we say, different shapes or the parts which are required frequently. Actually it is stored in a single place in the CAD software, that we call it as a library. Suppose maybe cylinder, or maybe your torus, or maybe your cube, maybe triangle, cones, all these shapes which we require frequently. Actually, we don't have to create all these things. Already you'll find that this will be stored in the library. Okay, library. So all these user defined shapes are you will define some shape and will define some uh, shapes or models which are required frequently, and you can just store it in the library. So when you require in the next time, you don't have to draw it. Just import from the library and you can use on its own very easily. Okay, that is nothing but the extensive use of library of user defined shapes and commonly used entities. So you don't have to repeat the things, so you don't have to waste the time even doing the same repetitive task one by one. So if you are drawing with the if you are drawing the new creating a new model, you can have the some parts which are already defined in the library. You can import that some parts, and you can create the new model very easily with less period of time. So that is nothing but your extensive use of library. Is it okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, shorter lead times means it will require shorter time to create a model or to get a product finalization. Flexibility in design means if you want to change something, so you don't have to rough and do the things. You can make very easily changes because it is a soft copy. So just like when you write it, then it is very difficult to change. Instead of if you type it, then it becomes very easy to change anything. Correct. Similarly, if you have a drawing as a virtual drawing, then you can, if changes are there, we can do the changes very easily. Okay. Then design analysis. That means you can do the analysis. You don't have to get practical things to be done. We can do the analysis virtually with the help of softwares, analysis softwares, and that is the use of CAD. Then pure design error. As we are using these various softwares, so errors encountered in the design process or in the modeling process is very less. So you'll find productivity will get increased. Then standardization of design, drafting, and documentation. So you have the standard procedure of design, drafting, documentation. Everything would be very easy. Drawings are more understandable because we'll give more information in the drawing. Improved procedures of engine changes. If changes has to be done, then it can be done very easily because it will be good. Now next will be in benefits in manufacturing. So in manufacturing, what is the use? Tool and fixture design for manufacturing. So which is the tool to be used, which is the fixtures to be used for manufacturing, that can be done very easily. Computer aided process planning. That means if 10-15 processes are required to manufacture a product, then which process should be done first, what should be the time, how it should plan, from where it should move, the tool, how tools should move, which tools should be used. After that, everything can be processed very easily using computer-aided process planning. Preparation of assembly list and bill of materials. So assembly list means actually product will have the different parts. So after parts will get assembled, it will be assembly list, and bill of materials means actually will get the cost and number of parts to be used. Everything would be then in bill of materials. Computer aided inspection. That means whether whatever the manufactured part, whether it is within the dimension, geometrical dimension and dimensional tolerance, dimensional and geometrical tolerance can be verified with the help of computer aided inspection. Then coding and classification of components. That means for the dispatch, we have the similar parts. They are coded in different ways. It can be done very easily. Production planning and control. For the production also it can be used. Preparation of numerical control programs. That means now you will find CNC machines are used. For that also purpose, we are using this part. And then assembly sequence planning. So assembly sequence means which part is to be taken first, then which part to be added second, which part to be added third. Everything can be done very easily, can be shown very easily with the help of this CAD models. So that is actually the benefits of this particular CAD system.